सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Vedic tradition, the masters of science of holistic living. When I use the word Vedic tradition, I mean a huge, unimaginable civilization. The depth and the breadth in the civilization worked about life, all aspects of life, starting from birth, education, childhood, adulthood, sex, marriage, the way of classifying people, way of leading every individual to the excellence in his own line, law and order, creating wealth, storing wealth and distributing wealth, clothing, food, God. And ultimately the science of leaving the body, death. In every line, the contribution, unimaginable contribution. Just yesterday, I was reading an article, Stephen Hawking taking on God. He says, God has not created the world. Very beautifully he describes. It's a spontaneous happening. Amazing way is described. And all of you may be aware of Stephen Hawking, who wrote Brief History of Time. If I'm asked, I'll keep the book in the standard of Nyaya Sutras and Vaisheshika Sutras. After the Ganana and Gautama, nobody is able to penetrate to the depth of the truths of time like Stephen Hawking. Even yesterday what he revealed, this is the word I want to use, not what he wrote, revealed. Because I feel he is Rishi. He should be kept in the category of Rishi. If he was in India, we would have worshipped him as a Rishi and respected him as a Rishi. What he revealed, no Vedic master will oppose, because the clarity on what is God, even if he does not agree with our clarity, we will have patience. Can you spend a little more time with us explaining? Can you elaborate to make our logic catch up with you? You'll be surprised, in the whole Vedic tradition, we have only something called Prashna Uttara, question and answer. When Buddha comes, ready to take everybody one step further, all the Brahmanas, the Vedic priests, drop their Shrukshruva, Homas, Yajnas, go and sit at the feet of Buddha and evolve. When Shankara comes and ready to take people one step higher than the Buddha, all the Buddhists, they drop everything and go and sit at the feet of Shankara. When Nagarjuna comes from the Buddhist tradition and ready to take everybody one step higher than Shankara, All the Shankarites drop their danda and everything, go out and sit at the feet of Nagarjuna. The greatness of Vedic tradition. Ready, always ready to listen, listen, listen. Whoever takes us one step further, ready to surrender, ready to go behind, ready to experiment, the most scientific tradition. Masters of holistic living. An amazing revelation. What he revealed is exactly what Upanishads describe. A spontaneous, independent, intelligent happening. He bases his whole creation on a certain law, which is beyond law. No Vedic master will oppose Stephen, because that is exactly the truth. Maybe Stephen needs one last push to experience that inside him. What has happened in him as a revelation, if it becomes experience, he will write few more things. He can complete all his revelations. He can make a real last statement like Zen masters. I was so happy to see a scientist describing the experience of creation so beautifully, so perfectly in the Western language, where the mainstream society can understand. Unfortunately, the religious leaders, they see God also in their own personality, as if a power center. So they can't understand God without being a power center. Please understand, every center is power. Only then you will understand there is no power center. Every center is power is the truth. When you understand that, only then the holistic lifestyle evolves. That is why in the Vedic tradition, not just a person who invented theories and truths about God is Rishi. Every person who dedicates his life to any center of life, reveals truths in any center of life, is Rishi, is power. I have a list of people. Sushruta, father of surgery, who is master of Ayurveda. Ayurveda is one of the greatest gift to the world from the Vedic civilization. Bhaskara, father of astronomy. Chanakya, father of economy, economics. Aryabhatta, who invented calculus and algebra. Panini, father of grammar. Agastya, who father of electricity. I can go on and on and on. Here I have something more. Vyamanika Shastra, science of aerodynamics. Visha Shastra, science of poison. Malla Shastra, science of bodybuilding. I can say on each thing, I can speak for days. I only wanted to tell you one thing. Today, as my message, two ways of keeping this Vedic tradition alive. One, studying and doing research and development in whatever was revealed already. Second, having patience for any new revelation from any corner of the world. Vedic tradition again and again says, all the great knowledge, let it reach us from all corners of the world. From all corners of the world. When it comes from Stephen Hawking, don't have a shield. Don't think, how can he talk about God? I am here wearing this robe and sitting in this seat for years and studying about God for years in great theological seminaries, discussing, debating. How can he knows more about God than me? No. A rishi from Vedic tradition can never think of that way. He can only have passions. Can you explain with a little more words? Can I have a little more time with you? Is it possible to learn what you talk in my language, in my logic, in my understanding? Have these two. This is my message. One, try to explore whatever is revealed in different lines of Vedic tradition and keep your being open for more and more new revelation. Vedic tradition is the only tradition which can update itself because there is no last word. Our Shastras can be updated, can be commented, can be interpreted and reinterpreted. Understand? There are some sutras like a Shruti, Upanishads, which cannot be altered. But you can comment on it. You cannot alter the original sutra, but you can comment on it. But other Smriti and all you can even alter. So we have many lines. Sutra is the revelation. Bhashya is the commentary. And Vartika, commentary on commentary. Then Tika, commentary on commentary on commentary. So, when a sutrakara, when an incarnation happens and reveals the sutras, his first line disciples who expand that are commentators, bhashyakaras. His next line disciples who write Vartika on the commentary, they are called Vartikakaras. The third line disciples who write Tika on Vartika, they are called Tikakaras. So, the possibility for updation, commentary, expansion is kept alive in the Vedic tradition. People who have so much confidence about their revelation and their contribution to that tradition allow the updation and commentary, who are very clear, very confident about their commentary, their revelation, their contribution can never be destroyed, can never be taken away, cannot be abused. That is the courage you need to allow people to comment, allow people to update, allow people to interpret. Have these two, explore as much as possible the lifestyle depth of Vedic tradition, and add as much as possible the essence of tradition in every aspect of your life. That's the first thing. Second thing, keep yourself completely open for all new possibilities, for new expressions. That is the only way to keep the Vedic tradition alive. So live Vedic tradition, live and radiate enlightenment. Live and radiate the eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
All that I take, all that I smell.